والله يدعو إلى دار السلام ويهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise for Allah, Lord of the worlds, and peace and blessings be upon Prophet Muhammad, his companions, and all those who strive to follow in their footsteps. My dear viewers, brothers and sisters, welcome to another episode of Quran and Science, and in today's episode we'll be discussing about the perfection of the creation of the sky, how it is perfect without any emptiness or voids. And for this we have with us in the studio Professor of Geology, Dr. Zaghlol El-Naggar. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to the show. I also like to introduce my dear brothers and guests, Zabihullah Karim and Mustafa Ismail. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to the show. Okay, before we start explanation of the perfection of the sky and having the sky without any maybe mistakes or any voids or emptiness, we'll go to this verse or ayah, the 6th verse of Surah Qaf, and we'll return back, so stay tuned.
أفلم ينظروا إلى السماء فوقهم كيف بنيناها وزيناها وما لها من فروج.
Do they not look at the sky above them, how we built it and adorned it, leaving no flaws therein?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That was verse 6 of Surah Qaf. And before we move to further explanation of this verse, I'd like to first to ask my dear guests, first of all, Zabihullah, what is the meaning or what is the indication that you're getting out of this verse?
Yeah, look into this verse, I get that Allah says, and do not they cease about the heavens, how we created, how we made and designed it in a very beautiful and organized way.
So it makes you think of the heaven.
Of the heaven, yeah.
Okay, so it makes you think of the perfection of the heaven. So
exactly.
This is just by looking at the sky. And are you getting any other meanings behind the ayah?
Yeah, just to think about the power of Almighty Allah, that He created it in a very beautiful and organized way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about you, Mustafa?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. You know, the meanings, as soon as I read the ayah, subhanAllah, the verse, it just makes me look at the sky right away. That's the first thing the first impression that I get right away. I just look at the sky and subhanAllah, I praise Allah, and it's a kind of worshipping, not just looking at the sea as well. So the sky, the same thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting us, inviting me, you, everybody else, just to look at the sky and look at how great Allah is through His creation. That's just the first impression that I get right away.
You get.
SubhanAllah.
Okay, SubhanAllah. Okay, first I welcome you, Doctor, for being here with us. It's a pleasure to have you. And we need to know your opinion about the perfection of the Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the meaning of this verse.
In the name of Allah, our Creator, the Creator of the universe and of everything that's in it, I greet you all and greet our audience in our Islamic way. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah's peace, blessings and mercy be with you all. You see, the glorious Qur'an on very many occasions directs the attention of man to look into the sky in hundreds of verses. Because one of the ways of understanding how great Allah is, how wise Allah is, how powerful Allah is to see His creation. You see, so long our souls are imprisoned in that flesh of the earth, we cannot really see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we can realize some of the qualities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by meditating into His creation. And one of the greatest creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the sky, is the firmament, is the universe. And this verse particularly says, أَفَلَمْ يَنْظُرُوا إِلَى السَّمَاءِ فَوْقَهُمْ كَيْفَ بَنَيْنَاهَا وَزَيَّنَّاهَا وَمَا لَهَا مِنْ فُرُوجٍ. There are three basic items the ayah is directing our attention to look into. how the sky is built, how the sky is ornamented, you see, by stars, galaxies, and constellations and the like, and how the sky does not have any voids.
Yes.
And these three basic facts have not come to notice to man until the latest decades of the 20th century.
Very true.
And for the Qur'an to spell these facts out that beautifully as an example to testify to the might, knowledge and wisdom of the Creator is a miracle by itself, because nobody at that time, 14 centuries ago, knew anything about any of these three basic facts. For the first fact, how the sky is built. The most predominant idea about the creation of the universe is what we call the Big Bang Theory. And an eminent scholar of our time, Stephen Hawking, wrote in one of his books, now we know that this universe came by a big explosion. And he said, we understand that explosions result in the scattering of things randomly, without any order. He said, but an explosion would create that wonderful, very precise, and very well calculated universe, must need a determination before that explosion. Exactly. Must need a great mind that would determine the masses, the volumes, the distances, the relationships. So how the sky is built is really one of the main testimonies to the greatness of our Creator and the knowledge, wisdom, and power of that Creator. Secondly, the ornamentation or the decoration of the sky. The scattering of the stars and, of course, their satellites, and the gradual build-up. You get a star, like our sun, and you get its satellites, the solar system. And then you get, this is part of a galaxy. And the galaxy is part of what we'll call galactic gathering or collection. And then a local group. And then super galactic gathering. And then super local group. And so on, you see. So there is a system of this decoration, of the distribution of the heavenly bodies in the sky. And this system, again, can testify to the wisdom, knowledge, and might of the Creator.
So the decoration is to a level that we can see, and
you
we also can
beauty
see
in it. You can see, of course, we are guided at night and the dark of night by the stars. But at the same time, if you look to a clear sky, the mere meditation on the distribution of these stars is something that really instills in one's mind and one's soul. The great, it makes you bow to your Creator, makes you really